Hello gamers, he's back, and as promised, it's a pickup video. It's in between Christmas and New Year, hence the stupid hat. But I'm just desperately holding on to the last few days of that feeling of Christmas before it's New Year. It'll be my daughter's birthday on New Year's Eve. Well, not I say New Year's Eve; it's actually New Year's Day. But we sort of celebrate it New Year's Eve. I've got obviously into a New Year's Day as well. We do so. We'll be going out for a nice meal on New Year's Day, so there's a few more bits to enjoy before the drudgery of going back to work. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've done well with presents and everything else, and got your health all good and everything else. And with no further delay, we'll go into the games. I do have some final to show, but I think I'll leave that to the next video. I think because I've got quite a lot to show already, and a lot of this I want to show and then put away so it's out of the way type thing, because the game room's been cluttered for the last month or so, you know, and when it's cluttered I can't really enjoy it or use it. So non-gaming, we've got a few DVDs. This was about a fiver. It's actually on the box it's German, but obviously it will play in English. And it's a movie called Morons from Outer Space with Griff Jones and Mel Smith. I loved this film when I saw this as a kid in the 80s. Watched it a lot on video and everything else. It's not a particularly great film, but it's got quite a few good chuckles in. So if anyone gets an opportunity to watch it, after having had a few beers and watching this, yeah, it's got Jimmy Nail in it too. You'll enjoy it. You'll definitely enjoy it. Also from CX, I've got some two cheap box sets. One box set is over there, and I can't be bothered to go and get it. And that's the Blake 7 box set, which I got for quite cheap. And also I got a complete set of Monkey. This is a really nice collection of every episodes. And I grew up watching Monkey on, pretty sure it was BBC Two. It was with that and with Water Margin. I think they used to show all the time. But I remember as a young kid in primary school playing that game. Playing pretending to be Monkey and playing with the other kids, and everyone wants to be Monkey and no one wants to be Pixie, and of course or the priest. And yeah. Again, those two things are probably being looked at through rose-tinted glasses, and they may not be that fantastic, but hey ho, never stopped us before, has it? Okay, other bits. Okay, it's not. I've got some. I've got some books to show. First of all, if I pick this up, would people recognise it? Yes. Is a copy of City of Thieves by with the artwork, front cover by Ian McKeag, a fantastic artist. And this one is Ian Livingstone. This is a I still got my original Final Fantasy books upstairs in the loft, and I think I got a first 25 or whatever of them, or whatever it is. I mean, obviously there's a lot more than that, and as I got older I stopped collecting them, and some of the ones are quite rare and expensive to get really, but a lot of the ones that were sold in the heyday were quite popular, and so it's easy to get hold of again. I just got another copy just to put with my shelf, with my Fire Top Mountain copy. But when I was looking for that, it could be an opportunity to look at other things related. And I got from the Amazon warehouse this Magic Realms. Ian Livingstone, John Jonathan Green present The Art of Fighting Fantasy. This is a fantastic art book, guys. If you love Fighting Fantasy, you have to own this. If you like fantasy art, you have to own this. It is filled with hundreds of pictures of good quality prints of the covers from the books, and also the artwork from within the books, and it tells you the stories about the artists, Ian McKeag. Some people have bought these and cut out the pictures just to use to frame and everything else, which I totally get. And as long as they sell more copies and print more copies and the book doesn't become super rare, that's fine. As well as that, exact the same size, just about, yeah it is Fighting Fantasy You Are a Hero, an interactive history of the Fighting Fantasy game books. So it goes into great detail talking about all the books and everything, the artwork, the video games, miniatures, all sorts of things. This is going to take forever to read, but I'm going to enjoy it. As well as that, recently I've got this from Amazon for about a £5. Guinness World Records Gamers Edition 2026. I've collected all of these, and they did stop them for a few years, so I don't think they did last year or year before. So yeah, I didn't realise this. They actually brought them out again, so picked it up. Okay. Everyone's got this, the Lego Game Boy. Amazon was doing this for a fair price. I can't remember how much it was. It's either 40 or 49, but it was cheaper than retail. And yeah, it's a beautiful set. I'm not going to get all the consoles and stuff. If they do more, and obviously not with NES, that's super expensive. But just the Game Boy, it doesn't take up too much room, and it's a really nice. It's a nice Lego piece. So yeah, it doesn't take up too much room, that one. Oh, there's a doorbell. Just pause. I wasn't going to show any vinyl this month, but some just got delivered. Shall we have a look, see what it is? Oh, what can it be? Oh. Yes. It's the first Flight of the Conchords LP. This is like a limited edition that's got a metallic green type vinyl. So it's it's a reissue. Flight of the Conchords, guys. Look it up. Extremely funny. You can get the DVDs for next to nothing for CEX, but it's definitely really funny. Okay. They've got another album. Well, they've done a few albums. Which one's like one for BBC, which is like on CD, but you can't get on LP. One's Live in London, and also their third album, because their first album was like an EP, and all the tracks are being re-released on the albums. But there's two proper albums as such with original music. This Flight of the Conchords and one I Told You We Were Freaky, which I've also got coming. Back to pickups. Just got these because they're dirt cheap. Borderlands 3. I do love Borderlands 3. Fantastic game. It's just thumbstick covers. Nothing exciting. While we're on controllers, for Dreamcast, I've got the Retro Fighters Black D6 Fighter gamepad. This is from the Amazon warehouse. I got it really cheap. I think it was about £25. Some fighters, I mean to say people who are serious into fighting games, they'll criticise it. It's okay for people who aren't, that die hard. I find it okay. Also, I got Pain Free from, who was it? Was it Curry's or somewhere like that? Or no, maybe Very or whatever. Pain Free. But Black Pulse earpieces. So these ones will work with the PlayStation 5. What do they call it? Bloody hell! It's the joypad thing. Because I got a black one of them as well. Not recently, but a while back, and so I thought go that so it matches them. Because I got a white one which I use, all the time. Also, we got God of War PlayStation 5 controller. Something that Tech League will like. This is the vintage Godzilla Monopoly set. It's got the main monsters: Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Minilla, which is like baby Godzilla, I suppose. Mech Godzilla and Rodan. Yeah. I had to get that from online. I did because I haven't seen it in the shops. There's so many Monopoly sets. There's a Labyrinth one as well, which is quite cool, and I don't think they've done a Goonies one yet, but maybe they will. Yeah. But there's loads of ones. It's a Gremlins one, all sorts. But anyway, but other interesting pickups. I got this little mini Sony TV, fully working. It takes batteries, but you can got a socket to plug in a plug adapter. Also, this model, which is for FD250B, and I think the B means black. Maybe I bought them out in white in Japan or whatever. This has got a little video and audio input socket. Yeah. So that means you can connect that to so many devices as long as you've got a white lead type thing. So you could play, in theory, as long as it's not high definition or whatever, you can probably get a picture from your PlayStation 3, 4, maybe even 5 even. Not that you would want to play it on it, but it is, you can connect things to, because a lot of these TVs you can't connect it to anything, and so because it's transmissions are all digital, you can't really use it. But it's a nice little piece of history, I suppose, tech history, and little Sony TV. So that was cool. About 2 Saturdays ago, we went to a Christmas market at Bylands and popped into the little game shop, Miso Games. Didn't buy any well, I did buy one game, £6, Atari Centipede. Can't go wrong with that. And I got some Atari pads when they were in there, which I don't have. So I got the tennis pads, they're sort of for the tennis pong type games. Again, £12, all been tested. An American 7800 controller. Why? I know it's not inferior. A lot of people don't like it. I don't have one. And I thought I'd get a classic, was it a C40 controller? They had black ones, but they had this grey one. I thought, weird. I asked the guy, is it Luke? I think it's Luke. I asked him, any idea what it's from, and he said he hasn't had time to do any research from it. But I've done some research on it, and it's for a for people who know Ataris. It's for the Atari computer / console. Was it EX or whatever it is? Which came out in this colour, and so they had a matching controller with it. This was only £4 more expensive than the black ones. So, and I'm pretty sure £12 is cheap for that controller. Couldn't see any for sale on eBay alone. There's some that come packaged with the computer, but not on their own. So yeah, I thought that's a bit different. Okay, I think that's everything. Did I show this SD card for PlayStation 2 and 1? By Kaiko, so you're about £26 on Amazon. Has that? Okay, it's just games now. Okay. Right, how am I going to do this? Let's do. I've got a few retro to show, and mostly modern. Crossover, Evercade. I think everyone's got these. I've got the Rare collection and the Neo Geo Arcade 2 and 3 collections. Obviously going to get all those. On the PC Engine, on the CD1, we've got Star Parodia, which is a really cool, cute 'em up shooter. Been wanting that for ages. Got that. I've got these all obviously off eBay. That wasn't too expensive. I think it came from Japan. I got away without paying import charges, and I think it's about 60 quid. And then we got Donpachi, classic light gun shooter for Saturn. You have to have that. And another shooter for Saturn, Soul Divide, by Atlas and Psycho. Yeah. I'm not upgrading all my Saturn. I mean, a majority of my Saturn games are original, but I've got a few Japanese shooters which are stupidly expensive, and so they'll be staying as repros. Some aren't that great, so I'm definitely not paying big dollar to upgrade those. But ones that are good, I am upgrading to originals, even though they may not be necessarily cheap. So yeah, it's about another 4 or 5 I want to get, and then I've got the originals as well as the repros. But like I said, 98% of my Saturns are all games are original. This is a tenner Independence Day. People say that the Saturn version is better than the PlayStation version. Do I have out on PlayStation 2? Okay, and this is a game that it's a bit like a light gun type game. I'm not sure if it's compatible with the light gun or not, but it's what's it a bit like what's kicking me? It's God, not Time Crisis, the other one with like an alien invasion type thing. But for laughing, it's slipped my mind what it's called. But anyway, it looks pretty much like that, and it's supposed to be quite good, but it's stupidly expensive at a minute. So Maximum Force, UK copy. I got this on Pay and Free on eBay. I think it was about 160. I think it was something like that. So not cheap by any means, but yeah, it's not a game that you can you find easily and pick up easily. Okay, on the Xbox One, I also got this on PS5. I've got it new. It's for Halloween and Ash vs Evil Dead, sort of 16-bit style two games, which are like platforming type stroke beat 'em up type games. These, if you get it new, you get it with the art cards, and so I got them cheap, £20. So yeah, I've got that on PS5 as well, which I'll show in a bit. On the Switch, I've got these. I think that's about £26. Mario Luigi Brothers ship. Shooter, Desertopia and Mecha Ritz Steel Rondo. Lego Party, that was about 20. Splatoon 3, but I've got that used, 20. I had to get this. It's also coming out on Xbox One and PS5 soon. House of the Dead 2 remake. You get it with the sleeve, and you get, I think you get little standees or something with it too. And Sonic Frontiers. That was quite cheap. And for my fun box collection, some more of the sort of naughty games. So we've got Pretty Girls Game Collection 4, Hot Blood, which is more beat 'em up type one. Dream Cutter. This comes with a steel book and some pictures. And this one's done by the same producers who did Perky Little Things. It's, you have to be careful how you pronounce this. Jerry Anchor. Yes, Anchor. I wonder what that sounds like. And the quest to get love. So yeah, it's quite a bit of a smutty version of even more smuttier version of the Leisure Suit Larry games. I guess inspired by that. Okay, PS4. I haven't got a huge amount on PS4 to show this time. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, got it new. You get the DLC as well if you buy it new. I think that was about 18 quid. Five Nights at Freddy's, again that was reduced, I think that's about 15. Sonic Superstars, again that wasn't that expensive. This was only about a £5, but I didn't know it existed. It's Rocket League, which I own, but this one's the Ultimate Edition, and with that, on a disc, you get the Batmobile car. So I thought, yes, why not? A bit different. The Steelbook, I held got the Steelbook for ages, and I've been waiting to pick up the game. Steelbook I got given to me when I shopped in Game over a year ago. But it's Sonic Frontiers, so with the Steelbook, so I just got bagged it up with a new copy, which I got cheap. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I can't remember what that was, but I think it's about 15 mark. This was about £20. I had to get this. Been waiting for this to come down in price forever. It is Dead Cells Return to Castlevania, so I've had to have that. It's apparently super hard, so I don't think I'll get round to playing it much. It obviously plays quite different to, it plays like, it is just Dead Cells with crossover to Castlevania. Got this from the States, it's a limited run game. I think it's about 30. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. Dark Souls Remastered. Horizon Forbidden West. Got these cheap second hand. This finally came from Strictly Limited. I've been waiting for this forever. It is still Empire Chronicles. Classic shooter. I think it's got both the Mega Drive and the arcade version of the game. Then we've got Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon Launch Edition. So this comes with a metal art plate or something, and some postcards and stickers and things. Yeah, I thought I'd get that new, cheap. This was, I think this was under a tenner. So, it's a Desco game called Desolatium. Interesting art style, but it was cheap, so that's part of the reason why I got it. But, you know, it's sort of semi-horror. I've on the PS5. We've got Hot Wheels Let's Race. Again, I got that Halloween and Ash vs Evil Dead games. Like I said, we've got an Xbox as well. With Evil Dead, I have to get on multi-formats. So this is a sequel to Dollhouse, Behind the Broken Mirror. That was cheap. Got the original on PS4. Not a lot of people know this game exists, and it's not a lot of money. I think I got it for about £12 off Amazon. It is Killer Clowns from Outer Space for game, and it includes the DLC from Outer Space. So again, I think you need to get this new if you want to get it complete, guys. It's not a lot of money. It sort of went under my radar until I just came across it by chance. A shooter, I think it was Amazon, but it's by Clear River Games. Eartheon. This was cheap. Like a Dragon, Pirates, the Yakuza in Hawaii. Got this because of it being a sort of spin-off to the Atari Yars. Yars Rising. A lot of money. This was used, not a lot of money, about 15 quid. Dead Space. A lot of this stuff, this pickups is massive, but there's a lot of these PS5 and PS4 games I've had for the past 3 months or so. I've just not shown them because I've had more interesting stuff to show. I've got this new, quite cheap it was. It's the first 3 Turok games, Turok 2 and Turok 3 on the... it also came out. They came out on the SNES. Lord of the Rings game. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Last. Nicktoons, The Dice of Destiny. Sort of fantasy, sort of related. Got all the Nickelodeon games for SpongeBob or anything else. Another Life is Strange game, Double Exposure. Again, that wasn't a lot of money. Had to get this R-Type Delta. Cool. What I had to do to get this on, I ended up ordering this in the end on eBay because I ordered it originally from Amazon, and for whatever reason they've got their stock mixed up because they keep sending me the Switch version. So twice I had to return it, and twice they kept sending me out the same bloody Switch copy, even though I wanted the PS5 copy. So yeah, so I gave up. I think. Yeah, so be careful if you're ordering from Amazon that particular game because you may end up having the same issue. Alright, Final Fantasy 16. Again, that was a lot of money that was used. Diablo 4. Again, that wasn't a lot of money. That was quite cheap in CX. This was about 14, 15 quid. Chronicles of a Wolf in CX. So it reminded me of Castlevania type game. Got good reviews. Marvel Midnight Suns. It's supposed to be not that great. Hitman: The World of Assassination. It includes, excuse me, Hitman, Hitman 2, and Hitman World of Assassination, I think. Yeah, I had to make sure I got all the versions. You can upgrade it to a PS. It includes a download code for a PS4 version if you buy as new, which is I did. So you have to get that new if you want to be able to download the PS4 version to your PS4. Okay, another Clear River Games, Sword Suit Lanos Saturn Tribute. Part of the Sword Suit Lanos series, which also was called, I believe, Sabinator. This game I never heard of, and had it in CX. It's about £12. I think it's a top-down game inspired on Crazy Taxi, but it's like a bit different, but more to it going on. It's deliver at all costs. But what sold me, it's Konami badge on the bottom, so I thought, yep, I'll get that. Pac-Man inspired game, Shadow Labyrinth. You can watch on the Sony channel as well as on eBay, probably, not eBay, YouTube. The special PlayStation videos that they done, sort of related to a lot of IPs, a lot of gaming, and they're all good episodes. I think it's about 4, and they done one to Pac-Man, which is quite dark. and you know, quite a good story. And this is literally the game based on that idea behind that game. I mean, behind that video. So check out Shadow Labyrinth, guys. If you like Pac-Man, I don't think it plays anything like Pac-Man, but it's got the pills and the character and the origin. It's quite dark. It is, you know, quite good. Gory actually in parts too, so it's, you know, it's quite a dark take on it. And again, that was quite cheap. That's about £12. Killing Floor 3. I can't remember what that was, but it was cheap. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Siege X. Again, that was quite cheap. Like this, I had to get from 3GP, I think it came from. Or was it eBay? One or two. This is Fear Effect by Limited. It came out on the PlayStation, the first two games which I owned. Really nice sort of cell painted type games. And they re-released the first one on PS5. So yeah, I hope they bring out the second game. I had to get this because it's Snoopy the Great Mystery Club. Lego Horizon Adventures. I think that's about £20. I got this on all the consoles because on King Kong Nut. Skull Island Rise of Kong is supposed to be a terrible game. This game is like a platforming game, a bit like Hollow Knight, I think, but it may not be as hard. It's called obviously gold 2 passes for obvious reasons. Big Helmet Heroes. Yeah, if came with some nice cardboard sleeve. It wasn't a lot of money. I think it was about 18. I've got a couple of PSVR games. VSR 2. So we got Freddy's Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 and Sky Dancer's Behemoth. But it looks really interesting. It does. I don't know if it's anything, you know, similar to Shadow Colossus or that sort of style, fighting massive monsters. I don't know. It looks interesting. And last but not least, on the steel, I think it comes with a steel book, but it's the box set for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection Deluxe Edition. So yeah, it got steel book, magnets, arcade cards, the mini marquees, flyers, a lenticular card and poster, but it's got all the old Mortal Kombat games on it. So yeah, quite a nice set. I can't remember what I paid for it. I got it new. I can't remember how much it was, but I think that one I thought, yeah, I had to get new, so it's in good condition, because I doubt you'll see it second hand much. Right guys, that is all the pickups. Quite a few modern games, but you know, it's a bit of retro too as well, for, you know, for your for that that clientele that has that finer taste, a more exquisite taste than retro. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Take care guys, until next time.